welcome to your Sun in Pisces yoga flow. So today we're going to use deep intuitive movements that are going to be slow and methodical and going to mimic the qualities of Pisces, which is very watery, very mutable, meaning it can shift and change and it can dance with the shifts and change, which is excellent because just a couple of days ago, well, it's probably been a few days ago now at this point, the sun squared Uranus, which maybe made things feel a little bit off kilter or a little off balance, a little bit disruptive. And so when the sun moves into Pisces, we want that vitality and that drive of purpose to feel a little bit more intuitive to us. We want to calm the nervous system, and we want to know that we can trust our intuition. So let's go ahead and begin. We're actually going to begin a little different today, and so we're just going to start with these slow body movements. I like to start by bringing my feet together one by one, swaying in the shoulders, just a little dance. So I want you to get a little bit fluid here. It may feel uncomfortable at first, all right? And Pisces can definitely feel uncomfortable. It can feel wavy, right? Like uncertainty. And that's okay. We don't have to be certain about where the body would like to move. And the movement does not have to be rigid. This is not a Saturn-ruled sign. This is a Jupiter-ruled sign. So the movement can feel free, uninhibited. We don't have to create these expectations around it. It should just be flowing and beautiful, whatever feels right for you. I open up this space for you to explore the movement that maybe you haven't allowed the body to step into, right? So breathe with it. We only got a few more moments of this. Your movement doesn't have to look like mine or like your friends if you're practicing with your friends. This is yours. And this is your body, your breath, your time. And let's go ahead and bring this to stillness. I hope you had fun with that. And it's a great reminder, especially as the sun starts to move through Pisces, and the sun representing like our soul's drive or our purpose. It represents our vitality, what we're really truly called towards. It is a great reminder that sometimes that's not going to look the same as everybody else's. It's going to be different. It's going to feel different. It's going to sound different. All right, let's start at the top of the mat. Big toes to touch here. We're going to inhale, arms up. And we're going to exhale, very fluidly dive down. Take a bend to those knees so that this forward fold is juicy to start with. Inhale, bring it back up like a wave. And exhale, dive it back down. Again, nice and juicy. Watery, like rain dripping towards the earth. Inhale, lift it back up, peaking the wave, and exhale, drip yourself down. This time, once you come down, I want you to go ahead and hold it here. Take really deep breaths. Feel the belly press against the tops of the thighs as you inhale. As you exhale, purposefully let yourself get a little heavier into the fold. Inhale, fill the lungs up. Fill the belly space up. Fill the heart up. Exhale, let it all go. On your next inhale, hands are going to plant to the mat. And we're going to step that left foot back. Bend the left knee. Sink down into that left knee and inhale, lift those arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms and lift the heart to the sky. Take an inhale, straighten the arms up. And exhale, left hand is going to come to the mat. Right arm's going to swoop back behind you and then lift back up to the sky for a little twist here. Next inhale, frame out the right foot, tuck those back toes. We're going to lift the back knee up, step that right foot back, drop down knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, wiggle those hips to the ground and peel the heart up off of the mat. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Exhale, drop the heart to the earth. Shift those hips up as you bend into the knees, push into the hands, and sink those hips back towards the heels for child's pose. Inhale, round through the spine as you pick the hips up off of the heels. Exhale, drop those hips down, squeeze the heart forward. Exhale, tuck those toes, shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Next inhale, step that left foot between the hands. We're going to drop that back knee down. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, cactus those arms, puff the heart to the sky. Inhale, straighten the arms. Right hand's going to come down. We're going to swing that left arm back behind us all the way around until it reaches back up to the sky. Exhale, frame out that left foot, tuck the back toes, and step that right foot to meet the left halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold here deeply. Hug yourself. As you hug yourself, I want you to remind your inner voice that you are safe, you are supported, you are deeply loved, and you are deeply intuitive, far more than we ever give ourselves credit for. Inhale, arms rise up as we stand up and rise. And exhale, dive forward. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands down. This time, pick that right foot up, step it back. Drop the back knee down and inhale those arms up to the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, lift the arms straight. Right hand comes down, that left arm swings back and up to the sky. This time, tuck that back toe, lift the back knee up and be buoyant in those hips. So instead of sinking down into the hips, I want you to lift the inner hips up by squeezing the inner thighs together. Reach the left fingertips a little higher. And then exhale, frame out that left foot. Back toes are already tucked, back knee is already lifted, so now we just have to push the earth away, step the left foot back to meet the right for a high plank. Drop it down, knees, chest and chin. Swiggle those hips all the way down to the mat as you inhale, peel the heart up. And breathe here into your heart space. So often, a lot of the times, as to why we're not trusting ourselves, trusting our gut, trusting our inner knowing, is because we are closing ourselves off. We're restricting ourselves, whether that's through our movement, through our communication, closing the throat chakra, through our heart refusing to expand in love. And Pisces is not a sign that's going to ask for smallness, especially a sign that is ruled by the largest planet in our galaxy. It's going to demand expansion. So keep breathing here. Inhale into that heart. No pressure in those hands, just the heart lifting. And then exhale, hands come down, shift those hips back, child's pose. Inhale, round through the spine, lift those hips up, push them forward and down. Squeeze that heart between those shoulders. Exhale, tuck those toes, shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, pick that right foot up, step it between the hands, drop that back knee down and lift the arms to the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms, puff the heart. Inhale, straighten those hands, left hand comes down, right arm swings back and up to the sky. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee and get buoyant in those hips. So not only is Pisces going to ask you for expansion, but the sun is not one to be quieted either, right? So try to imagine ignoring the sun just for a day. Let's just ignore that there's a sun. It's not going to happen. Exhale, frame out that right foot. Step the right foot to meet the left, or vice versa rather. Step the left foot to meet the right. And bend into those knees and get heavy here. And so as Pisces moves into, or as the sun moves into Pisces, how can we be honest with ourselves? Where have we been making ourselves small? Where have we been hiding out of fear? And how can we shine light into those spaces to reveal and expand into more authenticity? Inhale, lift it all up. Arms overhead, gaze goes up. And exhale, hands down to the heart. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, either hop or step. High plank down to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Next, inhale, lift that left leg high to the sky. Bend into the left knee and open the hips out to the left. Gaze at the right fingertips and maybe you come up onto the left fingertips. Maybe you feel pretty steady here, so you bring those left fingertips to the hip. Possibly you feel pretty darn good here, and you grab for that left foot with the left hand and start to kick the hand into oblivion. Maybe not quite that far, but you open up through the front side body and you allow yourself to be expressed here. Release that foot and start to step the left foot all the way to the top of the mat. Once it lands, I want that left arm to go back up to the sky, twist. We're going to rise up into a twisted high lunge. So get really strong in the legs here as we pull that left arm back, 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 right arm forward. Gaze towards the left hand. Let's dance this into warrior two. So we're going to windmill those arms as we pivot that back heel down. Virabhadrasana 2, gaze at the left fingertips. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Right arm along the right leg, left arm up and over the ear. Exhale, extended side angle. Bring that left hand down inside the foot, right arm alongside the ear. And let's do that a couple more times. Right hand down, pivot that back heel up, left arm up to the sky. Inhale, high lunge, twist. Exhale, windmill those hands, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, right hand down, pivot that back heel up, left arm up. Exhale, twisted high lunge. Inhale, warrior 2. Take your exhale here, sink a little deeper, even if that leg fills it. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Go ahead and drop the right hand down, pivot that back heel up, and now walk the left foot off to the left side of the mat, both hands inside of that foot. Hug the left knee into the tricep. And now from here, push the earth away, get strong through the core, pick the left foot up, and hug the heel towards the glute. Breathe. And exhale, send it back. Three-legged high plank. Drop it down, three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. 3 cycles of breath here in your down dog. Maybe you start to think of how you can move with a little more fluidity, not just in transitions on the mat, but in transitions in life. Inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, open that right knee up and open everything to the right side. Gaze at the left fingertips, maybe come to the right fingertips. Maybe your right hand comes to the hip. Maybe you grab a hold of the foot, kick the foot into the hand. Pisces shows us what transitions look like. We're transitioning from winter into spring as we go from Pisces into the Aries season. So we're ending one and beginning another. Go ahead and extend that right foot wherever you're at and start to step the right foot to the top of the mat. Right foot's gonna land, right knee bends, right arm stays up. Beautiful. We're gonna inhale all the way into our twisted high lunge. Use that right arm to pull you back, gaze back, and dance with as much grace as possible into warrior two. Inhale, reverse that warrior. Exhale, reach, reach, reach for your extended side angle. Inhale, left hand comes down, left heel pivots up, right arm up to the sky. 2 more of these. Rise up, reverse warrior. I'm sorry, this is twisted high lunge. Inhale, dance into warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. Move into your extended side angle. Left hand down, right arm up, left heel up. Last time, reach it up. Twisted high lunge. Dance with the breath. Virabhadrasana 2. Reverse. Extended side angle. Keep that breath fluid and moving. Left hand comes down, back heel comes up. Walk the right foot off towards the side of the mat just a little bit more. From here, we're gonna hug that right knee into the right tricep. We're gonna lift that right foot up and squeeze the heel towards the glute. Keep holding, breathe through it, and then exhale, right foot shoots back, 3-legged high plank. 3-legged chaturanga, drop the foot, inhale up dog, and exhale down dog. 3 cycles of breath. On your next inhale, left leg high to the sky. Bend that left knee, open it up. And maybe you start to gaze at those right fingertips as you come to the left fingertips. Maybe you even reach all the way up for that left foot. Shoot the foot into the hand. Extend through the entire front side body. On your next exhale, I want you to place that left hand back down to the ground. Bend that left knee, or keep it bent rather, and pull the left knee all the way over towards the right elbow. Bring it back up. 3-legged down dog. Extend the leg. Exhale. Bring that left knee back to the right elbow. All the way back up. And this time, bring that left knee over to the elbow, but don't tap it. Instead, rotate onto the inner foot of the right foot. Place your weight into that left hand. Right arm up to the sky. Left knee is bent underneath you. You're holding it up. Exhale, extend left leg, bend the knee. extend, and bend. One more time, extend, bend, extend, and place that foot down. Fallen triangle. Reach those hips up, drop the hips all the way to the mat, and fold in between those thighs here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. So Pisces is a mutable sign, meaning it can be this or that. They're quite shifty characters, not Pisceans. I'm saying mutable signs can be quite shifty, hard to pin down. They can blend well. And that's because they're always at the end of something and at the beginning of something. Like Pisces, the end of winter, the beginning of spring. So there has to be this mutability. And in our practice, it's the same. We have to have this mutability between passiveness, and activeness. We have to be able to identify where we're holding on to the active portion of the transits, the transitions, the poses being held, and the poses not being held. We just find all sorts of duality or mutability in our poses. Let's go ahead and rise up. So sometimes we're going to be very passive and fluid. Other times we need to utilize and call on that strength from within. Left hand comes to the top of the mat. Listen closely. I don't want the legs to move where they're at. So we're going to put, unless you've already moved them. If you've already moved them, we need to set them back up where they initially fell. We're going to push into that left hand, and we're going to drive the hips back up into our fallen triangle. So push, hips go up, right arm goes up. Now lift up on that left foot, bend the knee, right hand comes down, pivot to the outer edge of that right foot, and the left knee now goes up to the sky for a side plank with the bent knee. Left arm up to the sky. And as you exhale, step that left foot all the way forward. Keep the left arm up. Twisted lunge. We're going to bring this into our twisted high lunge. So inhale, strengthen, pull it up, gaze back. Dance into your warrior two. Back heel drops, arms open up, and we smile. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, bring it back, warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior and flow with this. Exhale, warrior two. A little different. Clasp those hands back behind you. Arch the spine as you lift the heart to the sky. And then exhale, bow. Humble your warrior inside that left knee. Clasped hands fall towards the top of the mat. Maybe the forehead or the top of the head touches the mat. Bring the hands back towards the low back. Keep the hands clasped. Rise up. Warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Right arm reaches. Right hand drops. Left arm goes up. Back heel lifts. Twisted lunge. Exhale, left hand comes inside of that left foot. Walk that left foot off to the outer edge of the mat and drop that right knee down. Bend the right knee, reach back with the left hand and catch the foot. If you can't catch the foot, I want you to continue to pull the heel towards the glutes and reach that left arm back. If you have the foot, pull the foot towards the glutes. Open up through the shoulders, so that you're not hunching here. Instead, you're using your muscles, you're using your light, your vitality to open up and express into its fullest shape, into its fullest expression. Release the right foot down. Left hand comes back to the mat. And we're just gonna sink deep here for one breath. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee, get strong in those arms, hug the left knee into the tricep. And now lift that left foot up. Send it back, three-legged high plank. Drop it down, three-legged chaturanga. Now inhale, up dog, 3 legs. Exhale, down dog, 3 legs. Beautiful. And exhale that left foot down to the mat. 3 full cycles of breath here. If you need to take a child's pose, please do so. Next inhale, right leg goes up to the sky, bend that right knee and open the hips out. Right knee is going to come, oh no, actually we're going to gaze at the left fingertips. Maybe we grab a hold of that right foot and we start to extend into our front body space. We start to open up. Nice and slow, release that foot. Keep the knee bent, right hand comes back down. Right knee crosses under the body to meet that left elbow. Inhale it back, 3-legged down dog, extend that leg. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale it up and back. This time, bring that right knee towards the left elbow. Pivot onto the inner edge of that left foot. Right hand gets strong, push into the right hand. Lift that left arm up. Extend the leg, bend the knee. Extend, bend, extend. Drop that foot down and lift those hips to the sky, fallen triangle. Sink the hips all the way down to the mat and fold forward here. Inhale it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale, so fold and hold here. Feel yourself release. Feel your breath neutralize. Feel your heart rate start to drop back down. As the sun moves into Pisces, it's a gentle reminder that we've been through the death and now it's time for the rebirth. We've been through the rigidity, we've been through the structure, we've been through all of it that's kept us restricted. And now it's time to rise. Go ahead and lift back up into new life. Go ahead and place that right hand to the top of the mat. Keep the legs right where they're at. We're going to get strong in that right arm as we lift the hips up to the sky, fallen triangle. Beautiful. Lift that right foot up. Bend the right knee. Left hand comes down. Pivot to the outer edge of that left foot. Right arm up to the sky. Excellent. We're going to step that right foot all the way to the top of the mat. Breathe here. Right hand stays up. Right knee bends. Rise up. Twisted head lunge. Exhale, dance into your warrior 2. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior. Last time, reverse. Exhale, warrior. Clasp those hands. Puff the heart to the sky. And then exhale, bow. This reminds me of being grateful for where we've been, but looking forward to where we're going, which is exactly what the sun in Pisces is saying. Look at where we've been. Yes, we've done this. Yes, all the leaves died, but you have only gotten stronger. And now it is time to move forward. Inhale, rise up. Beautiful. Warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. And drop that left hand down. Pivot that back heel up and drop down to that back knee. Now bend the left knee and reach back with the right hand. Again, maybe you don't actually grab the foot. If not, keep pushing that heel towards the glute and reach the right arm back. Or maybe you do grab a hold of the foot and you start to pull the heel down towards the glutes. Open up through the shoulders so that you're not restricting here. You're not closing off, but instead you're allowing for expansion. Breathe. Even smile a little. Go ahead and gently release that back foot back down. Right hand comes to the mat. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, hug the right knee into the right tricep and lift the foot. Exhale, extend it, three-legged high plank. Drop it down, three-legged chaturanga, and inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Go ahead and 2 more breaths in down dog. And drop down to the knees. Come to child's pose. Let the forehead rest against the mat. And then inhale, rise up. And exhale very fluidly, like an inchworm. Go back exactly how you came, child's pose. Inhale, undulate yourself up. And exhale, reverse it all. Last time, rise up. And exhale, down. And stay here for a moment. Inhale, lift those hips up, round through the spine. Exhale, drop those hips down, pull the heart forward. One more time. Exhale it back, active child's pose. Inhale, round through the spine, pick the hips up, pull them down and forward. And then go ahead and lower yourself all the way down. Beautiful. Take those fingertips off of the side of your mat, elbows up to the sky. Take a big inhale, lift into the chest as you straighten those arms. And as you exhale, I want you to melt your body back down towards the mat. Like a slippery, slithery little snake. Move with your breath. Inhale up, exhale down. Trust yourself and where you're going. Trust your intuition and your knowing. Allow yourself to listen to what movements, so maybe you start to wiggle into this because the body might need something more than just the up and down. And so you start to create circles or pushing into one hand more than the other, and you listen deeply. Maybe you need no movement at all. And what your body is craving is deep stillness, quiet stillness. Just breath, just knowing. Go ahead and lower it back down. Beautiful. Place the hands underneath those shoulders. Those fingers might be a little tender right now. Push into the hands to lift yourself back to your knees. And let's go ahead and swivel onto our bums and make our way all the way down to our backs. Pull the left knee in and hug the knee in. Pisces is not discriminative. If that's even a word, it doesn't discriminate. So when your practice looks different than somebody else's, extend that left leg and hug the right knee in now. Pisces isn't going to be one to be like, oh my gosh, you're doing it wrong. Instead, Pisces wants to say, how can we include this? How can this work? And not in a condemning way, but in a very accepting and curious way. Go ahead and extend that right leg. Bend both knees. Pull the heels towards the glutes. So if you feel your heart pulling you towards a direction that is maybe new and scary, it does take courage and it takes strength to step into anything that is not a part of the status quo. whether that's family status quo or cultural or societal status quo. But again, the sun cannot be quieted. The sun cannot be ignored. And symbolically, the sun in your life may be pulling you in a direction that is feeling a little uncertain, as Pisces can feel. But as soon as you get quiet enough, and you start to learn to trust your inner knowing and your intuition without putting a box around it, you're going to see all of this beautiful expansion occur bit by bit, frame by frame. Let's go ahead and push into our heels, engage in our thighs, and lift those hips up for bridge pose. Walk your shoulders underneath you, clasp the hands below you, and pull those clasped hands towards your heels. Keep the chin tucked, gaze up. Squeeze into your inner thighs, squeeze into your glutes. Now you can stay here, and I want you to challenge yourself, as long as you're not feeling pain. I want you to challenge yourself to go beyond what your status quo is. So if you feel good here and will is in your practice, I want you to unclasp those hands. Bring the hands by either side of the ears, fingers pointing down. Push into the hands. Bring the top of your head to the mat. Pull those elbows back in, and now push into the hands and straighten those arms. Continue to keep engagement in those inner thighs and push down into your heels to pull your heart more and more forward. Keep breathing, whether you're in wheel or you're in bridge. Keep the breath going. Where can you expand? Breathe one more time. And then go ahead and gently place the top of the head back to the mat. Bend the back of the head. And then all together, we're going to lower down vertebra by vertebra. If there's pain in the knees, lift the heels. And then walk those feet about as wide as the mat. And let the knees collapse in on one another. Let yourself settle into the breath, into the movement of the energy swirling around and in you. Ask the energy to bring greater clarity. If there's one thing the sun is good at, it is revealing or bringing clarity. So I like to look at where Pisces is in your chart. And in that, we can find, where is the sun revealing something to us or bringing to life something within us, or bringing to the front, center stage. And if you don't know where the Pisces sector is in your chart, it's really easy to find that. You can DM me or leave a comment, and I can certainly help with that. Or hug both knees in towards the chest. But don't round up through the tailbone. I don't want you to be rounding through the spine so much that the tailbone lifts and the shoulders lift. Instead, if you can't grab a hold of the tops of the shins here, you can go ahead and grab behind the calves. Keep the spine flat. And from here, with that same flat spine, so tailbone continuing to pin down towards the mat, go ahead and bend the knees on either side of the rib cage and grab for the insides of the foot for happy baby. So long spine, right? Trying to re-neutralize that spine after a heart opener. We don't want to curl the tailbone up to try to get the knees closer to the mat. Instead, pull that tailbone back down towards the earth. If it means the knees come up a little bit, a-okay. Longer spine is much more valuable than the knees down towards the earth. Now stay here or swivel those hands to the outer edges of the feet and start to bring the soles of the feet together. Clasp the hands around the outer edges of the feet for Baddha Konasana. Again, tailbone stays nice and steady, nice and flat, long spine. And then you can start to pull the feet towards the chest as you open those knees out. Now, gently round up through the shoulders. If you still have a hold of the feet, you can start to round through the spine and bring those toes closer to the forehead. Now getting a deep round in that spine. If you're still unhappy, baby, totally fine. We're all together going to release what we're holding. Place the feet onto the mat. Extend the legs out. Let the hands plop down by our sides. Preparing to enter Shavasana or the corpse pose, which is a beautiful, beautiful correlation to the sign of Pisces. The corpse pose is much like a bardo or an in-between space between practice and between awakening up off of the mat again, entering into a new life. Pisces is a sign of moving from one season into a season of life, moving from a season of death into a season of life. And so when we think about how can we honor the sign Pisces and the sun moving into Pisces, what kind of ritual can we create around it? We can rest. We can prepare. We can build courage and strength. You can stay here as long as you would like, allowing your body to fully process the practice today, the upcoming Pisces season, where you've been, where you're going. Thank you for practicing with me.